Welcome back. This is another live. This is the 16th live of this YouTube channel since I going live on this YouTube channel. And today again, because I'm an introvert, I love it when it is raining outside. So today it is raining. I think you can hear the raindrops outside. So it's going to be an interesting live because I normally love these moments when I'm enjoying something else and then there's rain outside. Okay, so again, today we have the interesting topic that most of you may want to hear. So we have more than 5 disadvantages of long distance relationship in a romantic relationship. So you're a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or a husband and a wife. Yeah, or maybe people that are planning to go in a relationship, are planning to go in a relationship together. So this topic is for you. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Vick Hason. This is Vick Hason Talks YouTube channel, where we normally talk about interesting topics that majorly favors people who are on their early 20 years of age, mid 20s, late 20s, and if we are lucky to have people who are on their early 30s, again, it will be cool. But since most of us young people, we have not experienced this love thing, this relationship thing, so I think this live is going to be effective and useful to young people who have experienced love, are on their early stages of experiencing love, to be in a relationship, stuff like that. Because we are going to have a chat, because this is the main reason why we are having this live, is for me and you to have a chat, so that we can come up with meaningful answers at the end of the live. Again, don't mind the goat that is making the sound outside. Yeah, I don't. It is raining, but someone has left it outside. But there is someone checking it out, so don't worry. Don't worry. Again, the house of the goat is near, so it may be inside, or it may be outside, or maybe it just fears the rain. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I hope it is not distracting our life. I hope it is not distracting our life. Thank you so much for the one that has joined. Please say hi. Say hi as we continue with our live. Today we have another interesting topic. The god is making a lot of noise. I don't know. I don't know if someone can go and let me check. Let me check. Yeah, because I think you can hear the it's making. Yeah, I think someone got it. Someone got it. Okay, so we have an interesting topic, and we are going live for 20 to 25 to 30 minutes, depending on the points that we will have covered by that time. So again, thank you so much for those that are still joining. Please like, subscribe, comment, so that you don't miss the next time. Again, we are going live. Okay, don't mind my time. Okay, let's kick off with today's topic. I hope you are set. Anginga Male says things, as in, I don't know, things. Beep. What? Beep. I don't understand. But on today's topic that we are going to discuss, I hope we are going to have a chat, because it is an interesting topic that you will experience, or you have experienced, and some facts, the truth that maybe you may share with us today. And it will be helpful for young people like us who have not experienced long distance relationship. Maybe you're the one who maybe has gotten a job uh, at a far place from your partner, your girlfriend, or maybe your boyfriend, and you're trying to maintain that relationship. And maybe things went bad, things went wrong, and the relationship was not successful, or maybe you were successful having that kind of long-term, long-distance relationship, and everything went well, and then maybe now you are back together. So Esther Oscar says, hey Esther, yeah, thank you so much for engaging. So I think you can just start with the points, and then please share with me if you agree with any kind, any point that I've stated, whether it is a disadvantage or maybe I've mistaken, or maybe the point is wrong. Okay, so we have more than 5 disadvantages of having long distance relationship in your romantic relationship. So the first disadvantage, so I have a list here. So the first disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is lack of physical intimacy. That compromise, or that includes the huggings, you know, the cuddling, the touching, the sex part, you know. So if there is long distance relationship between you two, you are living very far apart from each other, then you are going now to experience this kind of physical intimacy. And that can be a problem to the relationship, because lack of intimacy, it causes frustration, like you feel like you don't have your partner, like it loses that kind of sweetness or trust that you had with your partner. Yeah, so lack of physical intimacy can be a problem between you two, because I believe as partners you need to be physically available to each other, you know, because I believe that will strengthen your relationship, that will strengthen your trust together, that will make you feel that you care for each other, something like that. So there is a lot of things, because physical touch is how people express their love mostly. Because on our previous video, if you've watched our previous video whereby we talked about 5 types of love languages, we said one was physical, the touching. Yeah, okay, don't mind my words, because I'm not an English speaker, but I'm trying to. But the first disadvantage will be lack of physical intimacy, which will cause frustration in your relationship. Let's go to disadvantage number 2. So again, if you agree with that point, just say yes. If you disagree, say no. If you have anything to add, maybe you have experienced long distance relationship and it has worked out for you, just say it in the chat, and then give us a nugget, give us an advice that we may want to follow, and it can help us as young people. Let's go to the second disadvantage of having a long distance relationship is communication misunderstandings. You know, when it comes to communicating with each other, for example, we have non-verbal cues. Okay, so non-verbal cues are body languages. For example, the smile, how you your mannerisms when you're talking with your partner. Okay, let me read the comment. So Drippy S7G says SHU. I don't know what is that. Let's get back to our point here. Communication misunderstandings. So communication is so effective when it comes to relationship. Then there is need to have sufficient communication in every kind of way between you and your partner. But when you cannot see each other, maybe even there are no video calls, you're trying to video call your partner, there is no video calling, maybe you're just calling, you're hearing the sound, the voice of your partner, a lot of communication may be misunderstood. Yeah, because voice is not enough when you are on a long distance relationship with your partner. Leaving out the physical effect, being in touch with your partner physically, that is out. And then to this second point, there is no body language. So you're just depending on the voice that your partner is going to use when you're talking with each other. a lot of communication may be misunderstood. That is a disadvantage when it comes to long distance relationship. If you agree with the point, just say yes or no, and we can try to, you know, to look at it and maybe get something out of it, and try to apply it in our lives. Okay, so that was point number 2. If I'm going fast, please tell me. If I'm going fast, please tell me. Okay, so okay, let me pose a question for you here that maybe you may answer, or maybe you may interact with it, or maybe you may share it with your friends. So let me put a question and answer text here that you may want to answer. So I can say what? Okay, sorry, the phone might be shaking. So what is one disadvantage? Okay, sorry, what is yo, I need to have like a keyboard, an external keyboard. What is one disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship? Oh, the question is, okay, being in a distance relationship. Being in a distant relationship. Okay, I don't know how to use this Q&A icon here. Let me try again. Again, please share with me if you once experienced a long distance relationship. You know, because this is the whole reason why we are having this live chat, because I want to have a chat with people who we are on the same age level. I'm on my early 20s. I'm approaching my mid 20s. You know, and I want to learn more about relationship, romantic relationship. And maybe you have experienced it, and maybe you may want to share. So please don't mind sharing. So disadvantages of long distance. Finally. Okay. Let me put it here. Where? Okay, all right. Sorry for those that are watching, and I'm messing around with this thing here. Start it. Okay. So you can see it. You can see it somewhere here. That is what we are talking about, disadvantages of long distance. Okay, so Rashid Mbovu says, "Are you Kenyan?" I'm Kenyan. Where would I be coming from? I have an accent. I think you can hear my accent. My accent is very Kenyan. I'm a Kenyan. Yeah. So we have already talked about two disadvantages. The first one was lack of physical intimacy. The second one was communication misunderstandings, whereby I said you may need to be available for a partner also to read the physical, the physical body languages, because that is what makes communication effective. If that is not available, then someone may misunderstood you with just listening at your voice. Okay, let's go to point number 3. So point number 3 is feelings of loneliness and isolation. when your partner is not around, you're just communicating through the phone. Even if you hear their voice every now and then, you will still feel lonely and isolated, because you can't spend all your time talking with your partner through the phone, so there is need for their presence to be in the room, maybe even if it's every evening, every time, because even FaceTiming is not enough when you are in a long distance relationship. Yeah, so you may feel, one disadvantage is you may feel lonely or isolated, because again, you're not expected to be with someone when your partner is at a very far area. So okay, let me read it. Oripa Nambuye. Oripa Nambuye says, yo, says hi. Hi Nambuye. Hey, your name, you have a cool name. Yeah. So when your partner is at a very far place and you're trying to have the long distance relationship, one of you may feel lonely and isolated. Maybe your partner may not. Maybe where they are, they're experiencing their good times. Maybe they are on a vacation. They are spending time with friends, other people, and you are here. You're just alone with nobody else to talk. Maybe you just communicate with your partner through the phone every now and then, but still you may feel isolated and lonely because there is no that kind of presence of your partner in the room every time. That is that disadvantage of a long distance relationship. I don't know about you. I don't know if you agree with that point. Please just share it through the chat and I will appreciate it. Okay. Let's get to another point. Sorry. Um, Another point is trust and insecurity issues. So, a long distance relationship may accelerate or may highly affect the trust that you two are having. One of you may start to feel jealous, because they may start to think what they may start to gaze, to collect some thoughts, mostly bad thoughts, that maybe their partner is doing something at the other end. Mostly this kind of situation normally happens when your partner got a job vacation. So maybe they are going at a very far area to do some work, maybe for an activity, an outside activity, and maybe they are going to spend there much time, for example 3 months to 6 months, or maybe a year. Your insecurities can just start to kick in, and your trust may start to dim, because your thoughts may be so much into your head, and you may start to lose it, and you may go into an area whereby it is not a good place to go, whereby you may want to end the relationship with your partner because of lack of trust and because your insecurities became too intense inside you, and yeah, things happen like that. So let's go to the fifth point here. The fifth point about disadvantages of a long distance relationship. Another one is delayed conflict resolution. So you are on a long distance relationship. Maybe something happened between you two. So you need to find a solution to it. You need to resolve whatever kind of problem that it may be in your relationship. But since you are on your long distance relationship, you two are from very far places, places. The resolution may be delayed. You may not resolve your conflict very quickly, and delaying finding a solution to whatever kind of problem that it is hindering your relationship, it may affect your relationship some more, because problems in a relationship normally needs to be solved very early on its early stages. But being on a long distance relationship, the resolutions to your problems may not be resolved and may take a longer time, and it may cause more problems into relationships. That's point number 5. Another point here is you may start to pressure to make visits perfect, because you have been far apart from your partner for a very long time. You may start to pressure to make every time they visit to be perfect. You may want to do every kind of thing, every kind of anything to make just the visit to be perfect. And you may even go to an extent whereby it is so expensive to afford, because you may think that your partner is coming only for a short period of time and then going again for an entire year, for a very long duration of months, and it may be so frustrating to you. So you may have the urge of making every visit to be perfect with your partner. I don't know about you, so please share with me. You can see the Q&A here, which says disadvantages of long distance relationships. So you may just try to answer with any that you have experienced, or maybe if you have not experienced a long distance relationship, you may try to guess, because you are going to, in one way or the other, you are going to experience it. In one way or the other, you may experience a long distance relationship, and that is a conversation which mostly people don't talk about, and many long distance relationship, they always fail. Most of them, they always fail. Again, sorry, don't mind the noises that you may hear. We have company in the house. My nephew is here with me, so he's the one that is crying every now and then, but there is someone checking him, so don't worry. Yeah, but I hope he is not interrupting or disrupting our life. I hope everything is cool, everything is okay. Okay, so that was point number 6. Let's go to point number 7, which is, was it 7 or 6? I don't know. I didn't write I didn't name them, I didn't number them. Let's go to the last point. The last point is emotional burnout. So, of course, in a romantic relationship, both of you are emotional. You have emotions, So it may reach at a point whereby now you are tired of waiting from your partner. Okay, sorry for the one that is. Okay, we have company, guys. I don't think I told you. I told you earlier. We have company, so there are people in the house. Expect some noises to be heard everywhere. Okay. Yeah, so there are noises coming from different places, but I hope you don't mind. I hope they are not disrupting our life, but they have, because now I'm distracted with whatever I'm saying right now. But on the last point that we were discussing was emotional burnout. When you experience a long distance relationship, you may be tired emotionally waiting for your partner. You may be tired thinking every now and then what your partner is doing at that far end, what your partner is up to, what if your partner moves on without telling you? What if your husband engages, or your wife engages on some things that you may not want to happen? A lot of things may happen, and you may get emotional burnout. And that's it for today's video. Yeah, so we have covered more than 5. I think there are 7, 6 or 8 disadvantages of a long distance relationship. Yeah, I don't know about you. Please share with me if you have experienced a long distance relationship, and also the points that we have talked about, if you have experienced some of them, or maybe you think you may add anything to it. I'll appreciate it, because this is the whole point why we have this live video, and I'm expecting you guys to chat, to engage with me. So again, if you have not liked, subscribe, please do so. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll appreciate it. And I don't want you to miss again the next live video that you're going to do. Yeah, I want you to be tuned in every time we are going live, because I want us to build a community, a meaningful community whereby young people get to talk about the whatever they want to talk about relationship, about life on early 20s, mid 20s, maybe late 20s. And if we are lucky enough to get someone who is on their early 30s, it will be awesome, because they may share some nuggets that we may want to use as young people. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I said we are going live for 20-25 minutes, and it's already 25 going to 26 minutes. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me the noises that you may have been hearing from different places. And that's all for today's video. So again, if you have missed, for the one that is joining, if you have missed this video, please don't mind visiting my YouTube channel. Check the entire live. We have talked about a meaningful topic today. If you have not subscribed, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, because we normally go live every day if God allows us to. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.